Welcome back everyone, and today we're doing full body yoga for strength, flexibility and relaxation all in one. So let's begin our session on our kneeling position with our knees wide and big toes together. So go ahead and find yourself on your mat all the way, arms up front, close your eyes and put your forehead on the floor. Let's prepare for this practice by setting loving, nurturing intentions, not to compare, not to judge, just again enjoy every single second of practicing, because at the end of the day, this is our life and we choose to spend it doing this yoga practice. So let's go ahead and rise up, nice and gentle, all the way up above the floor. And if it feels good, if it feels right for your wrist and your fingertips, go ahead and rise up on your fingertips and draw, guys, your elbows all the way down towards the floor to begin with. Let's rise up a couple more times and draw your chest a little bit deeper towards the floor one more time. Inhalation, rise. Excellent. And on exhalation, guys, all the way back down. Beautiful. Let's slowly walk all the way to the right side and cover your right hand with your left hand. You will feel a little bit more stretching, a little bit more intensity on the left side this way. And let's slowly, guys, walk all the way to the other side. Cover your left hand with your right if you're following me. And again, you will feel a little bit more stretching on the right side right now. Let's return back to the center. And come on up on your fingertips if that's comfortable. One more time. Come on up to the center. Keep your knees still wide around your spine. Relax your neck and your cat. And back, guys, on the floor, your fingers still on the ground. And let's do it a couple more times. Gently waking up the back and hips. Cat right up here, relax your neck. Go ahead, guys, back down. That's it. And one more final time, just like this. Scoop the belly in, relax your neck all the way. Take a deep breath. Feels so good. Come on back down on the floor. We will take our right arm underneath the left, and you can definitely, guys, stay right up there, waking up the shoulders, the back, again the hips, or go ahead and take your left arm and draw it behind the back or even towards the opposite inner thigh, if you can reach, of course. Let's close our eyes and just give it another inhalation and exhalation. Very good. And let's slowly return back to the center, and we do the same stretch on the other side. Take your left arm, guys, all the way underneath and stay right up here, or slowly take this arm, guys, put it all the way behind the back towards the inner thigh, maybe. Let's close our eyes and just stay there for the breath or two. Very good. And let's come back up. And we slowly, guys, return back to the center. Bring your knees to the regular position of your cat and cow. We're working today some on our wrists and ankles. Go ahead and continue with your simple cat and cow. Always very simple, but always so healing for the back and for the neck, for the shoulders and for the hips. Let's give it just a couple more. And then we will continue with just an extension. No binds today, just a long and strong extension of your body. Scoop, guys, the belly in and again create the strong structure. Go ahead and extend all the way through. Inhalation, exhalation, a little bit longer, a little bit stronger. Very good. Breathe in, guys. Breathe out. And let's return this arm and leg. And we switch the direction. We take the belly slightly in, scoop it, drawing that belly, the abdomen towards the lower back so we can support that spine and not to arch the back as well too much. Keep lengthening. We're not just holding, guys, but we're extending through the entire arm, then center and all the way towards the toes. Very nice. Come on back towards the center. Take your fingertips, guys, inside with me. We begin to work on our wrist a little bit more. So now if that's already a lot, just hold it, guys, up here or tuck your toes. Go ahead and hover your knees over your mat just for the few breaths with me. If you feel this is not possible for your wrist and you having any type of pain, then come back with your knees on the floor. Let's release the knees back. Return your hands. We're going to stretch the wrist doing our bear hug. So literally hug your shoulder and press with your full palm into that shoulder. And let's go ahead and do the other one. So just take your palm on top of the shoulder and gently press, guys, into the shoulder so you can feel a good stretches of your wrist. Good. We come down towards our toes and ankles right now. We're holding our hands on the floor for now, and we just pressing into the toes, stretching our feet. Now if that feels good, go ahead and take your knees slightly off the ground. We're still staying on the toes. Inhalation, guys. Exhalation. Hover. Now my beginners, you don't have to do hover. You do your tabletop. Go back to your toes a little bit deeper. We are returning back to the hover or tabletop together. We have a couple more just like this. Bend your knees, stretch the back and center. I know. One more time. Inhalation and exhalation. Hover or knees on the floor. Excellent. Up and down, cat and cow. We're going to add a little bit more for the wrist today and for the ankles and toes. All right, back to the tabletop, this time from outside and in. Maybe that's only going to be a halfway, right? Not everyone will be ready to take the fingertips all the way inward. And if you did this and that's intense, I would recommend to you guys just to stay where you are. Only for my intermediate and advanced participants and those who practicing that on regular basis with me, we lifting the knees for hover. If you feel that you're not ready, you are not going to do it yet. That will come, I promise. The strength will be improved of your wrist, your elbows and your shoulders, but it needs some time. Let's go ahead and extend one arm and we give a few circles on one side and then reverse it. Perfect. And let's go ahead and do it with other hand. All the way. One direction, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, and then reverse it again. Beautiful. We return back towards our toes, and this time toes and feet. We will add a little bit more shoulder stretching as well. So I strongly recommend you guys to not to skip this asana if you want your feet to get stronger in your toes. So sitting up here, not going to help to strengthening your feet, unfortunately. So we tuck our toes, we're sitting. Whether you're gonna go for the shoulders stretching here, that's depends if you can sit without support on your feet. If you need your blocks on the side or you need your fist in order for you to be sitting on your feet, then you will skip your shoulders stretching, particularly this one today. But we're gonna do some more, so don't worry about this. If you're sitting without support on your toes and feet, we will take our right arm and left underneath. We bind behind. You might want to use your straps, your towels for that. Take a deep breath in Inhalation, exhalation. See if you can close your eyes and find your balance. And again, if you need a support for your feet and toes today, you will just skip this shoulder stretch, but that is totally fine. We're gonna give our feet a little break this direction, and then we have to repeat this from other side for shoulders. So one knee at a time, we bring in attention to the top of your feet, not to the toes, and stretching ankles and feet. If this is very easy for you, one at a time, then you're going to lift your both knees only if it doesn't give you any pains or aches in your ankles. And a little bit more advanced variation would be to take your hands up front. So I just want you to be patient and not to overdo. I don't want you to hurt your ankles. Let's sit here for another breath or two. And we slowly release. We go back on our toes in ankles position sit. Now, again, if you need the support, you're going to skip the shoulder stretch. If you come in with me, this time we take our left arm, opposite to what we did, right hand underneath, and continue to extend and expand on those shoulders, guys, all the way through. Very good. It feels good. It feels right. Then you're going to stay there for another few breaths. Let's close our eyes and find the balance. But you can always release the holds, rest in your child pose, or even lay down on your back, guys. Very good. Let's slowly undo the arms. Go ahead and take your hands on the ground. Tuck your toes, guys, all the way. We're gonna do a few more hovers before we will dive into the lower lunges flow today, plus some shoulders. So keep your hands, guys, on the floor. Shift the body weight away from the shoulders. Beginners, stay where you are. You can also do this on the kneeling position. Take yourself on your knees and then reach to your ankle. The other option can be your fist, your hand on the floor. Practicing getting stronger to be in a single arm downward facing dog. You can also take your hands somewhere farther up if you simply can reach your ankle. We're taking a deep breath in. We're ready for the hover, guys. Both hands on the floor for my beginners, or bear hug hover for intermediate and advanced today. Building the shoulder strengths. Very challenging. Come on back up, guys. And we switch our downward facing dog, single arm direction. Again, fist hand on the floor. Relax the head and neck. Maybe close your eyes to find more balance. Being present, being here, being now, being inside our unique bodies, our shelters for the soul. Again, we have only one body to spend this particular life. So hands, both hands on the floor, or go ahead and give yourself a bear hug for my intermediate and advanced. Be mindful, guys. Take another breath or two. Undo the hands. Come on up. All right, guys, we are ready to take our right leg up. Take a deep breath in. All the way in. Look forward. Steps for 1 or 2 steps. As many as you have to make in order to reach a healthy wide stance of your low lunge. And again, I'm going to be annoying and repeat it many more times. This position, square, is not going to give you a good hip opener. We really have to slide that knee back, guys, all the way. So it's a wide stance, so there is no bones on the way, or almost no bones on the way. If you have to have your blocks, then put your hands on your blocks. If you do not have your blocks yet, then your fist, your hands on the floor. But I don't want you to shake in your body trying to get yourself up. So you have to be able to relax here. Let's reach our arms up if you're there. If you don't need to have a support, we're gonna go for another shoulder bind. So now if your right leg up front, you're going to take your left arm above and right underneath. We're holding it, guys. See if you can close your eyes. Again, that might be not there yet for the balance in lunge, but we're giving it a try. Inhalation, exhalation. Slowly let it go. We dive in towards the little lizard. We're practicing our pigeon today in cow face pose, Gomukhasana. So we need our hips nicely open. This position might feel like almost impossible, and it's also could feel like it's never gonna be possible for you. But I promise you guys, if you practice it, the hip flexibility, back flexibility will return pretty quickly. So now let it go. Your head doesn't have to be on the floor. It can be your fist, your blocks, or you can definitely stay up and higher here for many weeks to go until you will become a little bit more flexible. Take your time, guys. We're giving it another breath or two. And let's slowly return back. We're returning back for our toes and ankles. So tuck your toes on your left foot, your back leg, and we're sitting right up here. Single-legged position practicing for toes can be even more difficult than double. It's a lot of body weight on one side only. So definitely keep your hands on the floor, your blocks, your hands on the blocks. If you don't have to do that, then take your hands, guys, up front of your heart and try to let the body weight through your toes on that left foot on your back leg. Intense, yes. Building the toes, feet, and ankle strengths. Absolutely. Let's move forward from here back to our lunge. We're going to work a little bit more with our quadricep, so we have a really good pigeon later on and really good cow face pose. So catch up on your ankle or toes, and you need to lean forward, guys, just holding it up again with a square position in between your legs with a little square, not going to help. You need to continue to lean forward to open up hips and target that quadricep, the muscle running from the groin area to your knee on your back leg right now. That's what we're working on. That's good. I know, it's very sensitive. Give it another little push down, lean. It's not really pleasant, but it's really good stretch for the quadricep. Quadricep always tough to stretch. Let it go, guys. And we're going to finalize it with a standing pyramid pose. So it's a little bit less distance between the feet than in your classic warriors positions or triangles, but you might want to pay attention to the hips. If you feel those hips too much towards the right and outside, if your right leg up front, then you simply square them. We fold forward, both hands on the floor, guys, and gentle fold all the way with me. Take your time. In through that nose, out through that nose, feeling open, feeling stretched all over. Back is looking neutral. Watch your front knee, guys. And we start that positive, loving, nurturing conversations with ourselves anytime we have an extra minute, extra second a day. All right, my friends, we're ready to step to our plank for strong chaturanga dandasana to make a transition to other side. Restyle those shoulders, both hands, go ahead and push down. Put your knees, guys, on the floor if you have to right now. Release your toes, come on up, reach up and all the way back to your downward facing dog. We are ready for our low lunge flow from other side. So take your left leg up right now, guys. All the way, look underneath the left, give it a little time, then make a little aim in between your hands, step forward. Again, it might take a step or two for you to reach a good quality position where you can open your hips. So then do that, front knee up the front ankle or very close to this, hands on the blocks or on the floor. If you don't have the blocks but you feel you need them, and if you don't need to have any support, we're moving over the shoulders again. If your left leg up front, you're going to take your right arm and bind with the hands. Shoulders down, chest up and lifted. Take your time, guys. Maybe close your eyes and practice your balance here in your lunge and hands bind. Not an easiest thing, but it's very helpful for building awareness in the body. Couple more extra breaths. Open your eyes anytime you need. Go ahead and dive down for the lizard. If you feel you need a little bit more space to dive, move this left foot slightly more towards the left. Put your fist. Observe the differences between right and left. Readjust and extra little movements here and there all the time to make your body feel comfortable. Trust your body. Trust yourself that it's really available for everyone to heal and to recover the body even from severe injuries. We're just taking a good slow approach to this awareness, mindfulness of what our body needs. And we're all different, we're all unique. What works for one for diet might not work for another. Of course, there are guidelines, and we have to learn how to listen. Come on back up. We're going to move towards the toes, give a little break to our hips. Tuck your toes, guys, and sit gently back. Now, try to sit with support first and then see how that works. If you have blocks, that's great. If you have to have your hands on the floor, different story. If you take in your hands up front, go ahead and bring your hands up front of your body. We take a few extra breaths. You might not be able to find the balance here yet. Another option to put an extra support, extra block or pillow underneath the extended leg, underneath it glute. Let's take another breath or two. Very sensitive on the toes here on this side. Take your hands, we slide, guys, back forward for the lunge and quadricep stretch. Pick up your ankle and lean forward. Lean forward first gently, then see how it flows. You might do it with right hand, with left, with both hands if you want to reach with the both hands, but you need some support to lean a little bit deeper. So we're working, guys, on the muscle running at the back leg all the way. Make it a little bit more sensitive, guys. Lean slightly deeper so you truly feel that good stretch. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and let that leg go. We're going for the pyramid pose up here. Not as wide stance for the feet as your warrior's position, so about 3/4. If you find your hips too much outside towards the left now, definitely square them. Blocks underneath the hands if you need them. Make sure you're not bending the front knee. I would rather you to come up here, be on the blocks, hold on the wall if you have the wall next to you. Continue to square your hips and placing your belly down toward the front leg. Taking our time. right, let's step to our plank. And this time from our plank, guys, we will bring ourselves to the prone position for the next flow. Slowly, Chaturanga. Hold it with me, guys, for a few extra breaths. Very strong. Come on down on your belly. We're gonna do a couple opening stretches here in prone Bikasana or prone frog position. So all you have to do is to grab your right foot first, your ankle, and that's could be it. But if you're going a little bit deeper, we're paying attention, holding our belly on the floor. I don't want you to roll and rock on the side. I want still you to be flat with your belly on the floor, using the good leverage from your back and arm, and gently press on top on this foot. You can put the other hand wherever you want, and just we continue to open. Take your time. Let the exhalation do the job, and slowly, guys, let it go. We're going to draw this leg outside, just like this, hip, knee, and your ankle directly underneath. For my beginners, just make sure that you lift your body a little bit, and again, put your belly nice and flat on the floor. Readjust. For my intermediate and advanced participants, we're going to take this leg to the front, and we all rested, whether we are with a bent knee or extended leg. We give our body a little rest up here. Very good. Take your time. If you went too far, make sure to return back to the place where you can rest and relax, at least with the time going by. And let's slowly come back up. In this extended leg or the leg which is bent, you're going to roll on the other side and tap this extended leg where the leg was bent all the way behind. We open up, we straighten right here on the sideline. Go ahead and pick up this ankle, the leg which been working, and we open up a little bit more deeper. A little bit more, guys. Perfect. We give it another breath or two, and then we return back on our belly with the same leg. Now, if that's already challenging for you to reach that ankle, you're going to be right here with forehead on the ground. Some of you moving farther with me, we're going to draw the other hand to the same ankle. That could be it. Now you see why we were straightening the quadricep. You can put your forehead on the floor or reach up a little bit farther, or completely optional, challenging. So pick the one which fits to your practice. We just went through a few of them. One hand hold, forehead on the floor, two hands hold, forehead on the floor, or with me. Very sensitive. Go ahead and put your forehead back on the ground. We will repeat this flow from the other side. We begin with a prone half frogger. So start gently, press on top on your left ankle, using your back, using your arm, not just your wrist. At the same time, we're making sure you are not rolling on the side. Go ahead and continue to press gently. We will hold it for another few inhalations and exhalations. Continue to add little pressure here. Very, very nice. Now we're going to take this knee, turn it outside, knee and hip leveled one line, ankle behind, underneath your knee. Now, if that's very easy and you don't even feel anything in your hips, then you're definitely going to drive this leg a little bit farther and extend even maybe. And we go back down, whether we are with a bent knee or extended leg. We rest in here for an extra 5 to 8 inhalations and exhalations together. Returning back to our true self. Present, here and now. Paying attention what's happening in our body. Do we have a chatter of the mind or it's quiet? And let's slowly release this leg. And you will take this leg all the way, guys, behind, right up here. And we just first give it a good stretch. Just the sideline position stretch, hips back, and then we're catching up on this ankle for a little bit deeper one, reaching all the way behind. That's it. Give me another press or two here. It can be very unstable. And then let's return back. Try to hold this ankle while you're doing transition back to your belly. And that can be challenging just by holding the ankle there. If you feel that you can reach your second hand towards that ankle, go ahead and do that. Keep your forehead on the floor, knee grounded or lifted, depend on your level of your flexibility in your knees, and back. Lift your knee and your heart if you can, for just a few extra breaths of strong hold, guys. This is your quadricep, this is your back, this is your shoulders. Very nice. Go ahead and slowly let it go. Take your hands on the floor. Reach up, guys, and frame your chest. Come on up to your good, feel good, compensative downward facing dog. Relax your head and neck. Take your time, and we're going to head on towards the pigeon flow today after strong Ashtanga Vinyasa transition. So feel free to do it on a kneeling position. Otherwise, go ahead and slide through. Push up. Back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do it a couple more times. In and up. Feel free to put your knees on the floor. Do it through the plank as well. I'm going the more advanced variation, sliding through and coming back. We are ready to take our one leg up. Step forward to your lunge first. From your lunge, you will draw this right ankle towards the left. Your pigeon doesn't have to be crazy. You can modify as a beginner, put this knee back to the side. You can keep a little bend. You can bring much closer this ankle to the base, and or you can wrap that back knee under all the way for more deeper stretches in the pigeon. Put your forehead on your hands. Take your time. We simply hold it. You can come out anytime you need. Let's make sure that our ankles fully relaxed. Right and left. And we're gonna add a couple little layers here today. Again, totally your option for everything. Let's slowly take our right arm underneath the left, just like this. And we continue to lay down. You can also catch up on your ankle, guys. Draw your left hand towards your left ankle. Slowly let go of the ankle. Come on up, guys, a little bit further up with me. Go ahead and take your left elbow toward the floor and hand on the head, support it. If that is easy, go ahead and open up yourself a little bit farther up. This is intense for legs and for shoulders. Slowly, let's return back. Take yourself up and make a transition to the plank. Come on up. Take your time. Are we ready to take our other leg up? Preparing for the pigeon. Go ahead and step to your lunge first. From your lunge, ankle going towards the right. You can definitely, guys, definitely keep that knee outside. You can wrap it a little bit more under, draw and readjust. The farther your foot off the base, the more challenging it is. Go ahead and dive down. Relaxing our both ankles, feet and hips. Taking our time, giving extra movements here and there. Take your time. We're gonna get a couple more layers, but you can definitely stay where you are right now, or take our left underneath the right and just holding it up here, just like this. See if you want to rise up a little bit and also catch up on your ankles, just like we did our quadricep stretch. And extra one. Nice and quiet within. And slowly let it go. We're gonna go for one of the variations of the revolved and open pigeon. So take your right elbow, put the hand on the base of the head, maybe open it up a little bit further. And slowly returning back. Frame your knees, step to your plank, push down, guys, chaturangas this time. Hips up, come on, upward facing dog. Nice and open. Go ahead back to your downward facing dog. We're going to dive, guys, into the Gomukhasana or cow face pose. So let's come on our knees first, and we will take our left inside the right, so we all on one side. So next time when we switch, you did not forget which one you already did. So Gomukhasana can be challenging asana if you feel that it's too much on your hips. You can tap your foot right up here. You can also carry it outside as well. Try not to keep one foot over the floor, just hanging without support. We take the hands up front, close our eyes, good hip openers, taking our time. And if you're still sitting with me, place your both hands right on top of the feet, lengthen in the back. And let's make a transfer. Tabletop, and we just simply switch our knees. So your right goes underneath your left. And we find a good position. Right and left again different. Sides, it can feel different flexibility wise. So don't hurry up. Always give it some time. Take a deep breath in. Good quality exhalation. And if you're still with me in your cow face pose, Go ahead and put your hands, guys, on top of your feet. Lengthening the back. And we slowly, gently will undo the legs. Extend our legs, guys, on the floor. We're practicing today fish and Matsyendrasana, shoulder stand, if you will get there with me. And finalize this practice with Halasana, all after this seated forward fold. Let's take our time. It might take us a few times to come up and back down. Take all time you need. Your back is your priority. Close your eyes. Stay down in your forward fold. Again, body, just like a vehicle, it needs some maintenance, good quality foods, exercises, warm, loving, nurturing words of affirmation towards ourselves and of course towards others. Coming up, guys, there is nothing more distracting for the body, for physical body, emotional body, as a negative talk to ourselves, or if somebody talks to us in a not positive, negative way. We have to find the ways to start change it. It's easy if that's us, not as easy if it's others, but we can. Alright, guys, take your both hands underneath your hips. I'll give you modifications. You can put your feet close to the base and bend your knees, and then do your fish just like this. It's a little bit more gentle way. If you extending your legs, go ahead and do that. Lift the heart, elbows closer to each other. If you want a little bit more abs working, take your legs up. We're holding it for the extra 2 or 3 breaths. And then slowly, gently release your feet on the floor if they were above. Then your head, then your hands. We're gonna go for shoulder stands for those who practicing this. If you're not practicing, guys, your shoulder stands. And then simply keep your feet up towards the ceiling. The modification also could be put your knees on top on your forehead. Take your time. No stress on the neck. Good work. And slowly transition to your Halasana. I get a lot of this question, why my legs are not on the floor yet. Don't worry about it, guys. Put your knees on your forehead if you have to. Prop your feet with the blocks. It just needs a little bit more time. That's your back flexibility, hips, even your quadriceps with which we work all the time. Slowly bring your both feet, guys, back on the floor. Take your time. Take your arms behind your head for the bridge, or keep your arms along your body. Compensation for the back. Lift your hips off the floor for the bridge. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, release them on the floor. We will take our both hands and slide it inside our feet. Happy baby pose. To finalize this practice, gently press on top on those feet, guys. And slowly give your legs a good hug. Take your time. Let's extend our arms and legs away from each other. Take a deep breath, inhalation. Give yourself a beautiful warm smile on exhalation. Let all the tension, all the anxiety, all the discomfort go away from the body. Look inside yourself, inside your heart, and find that joyful self, the yourself, which is always content, always happy, always loving. Life is challenging and sometimes throws on us at different things, but we can't just react. We need to stop, take a breath, and respond wisely. Let's slowly remain our eyes closed. Come on back up to the sitting position. Go ahead and bring your both ankles up front of your body, hands up front of your heart, as a universal position of the gratitude. Again, for everything we already have, not what we don't have yet. There's always going to be more, better, bigger, different, somewhere else. What ifs? But we're learning how to enjoy the present time, because life is happening right now. Let's smile with our heart, radiate that smiles for each and every pore, each and every cell of our body, inside out, carries that happiness, that joy with us everywhere we go. Smile with your heart and flow, guys, through the rest of this day with unshakable love and peace inside. Namaste, everyone. I'm so proud of you guys. That was it, somehow relaxing and challenging practice at the same time. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to the channel, make sure, guys, to subscribe and leave me, guys, the comments down below about your progress. What was the most challenging asana for you today? Rest well, recover well, and I will see you all tomorrow.